God, I hate fried chicken now. I'm kind of done with fried chicken. I'll eat chicken tenders, I'll eat chicken nugs, but not fried chicken.
I think
Uh,
I'm in the same boat.
It's
I don't
too much meat. It's too much grease. And on top of that, you really only get 5 good bites until you're scrounging around in like these strange nooks and crannies with different textures, and it's not tasty. Not for me.
Okay.
I can't do fried chicken too often. We went recently. It's fine. It was food.
And that's our review.
Yeah. Oh, fried chicken as a whole. I mean, I'll still do chicken wings, but fried chicken is more or less off the table because like chicken wings are easier for me to like get everything.
Yeah.
And they're more varied. The flavor isn't just oil.
I mean, it depends on like where you get the fried chicken. I feel.
Have you gotten it at Rayleigh's? Because
I love the Rayleigh's one. Oh my god,
that is an intense oil. That is soaked. I do enjoy it for those first 5 bites, but like I said, then you have to scrounge. And we went to Jollibee recently. It tastes good, but the scrounging, I can't get past it.
what? Like, do you eat a lot of meat with like bones and shit?
Not typically.
Okay,
I mean, I can do ribs. Ribs are really good.
that doesn't fucking count.
Yeah, it
Well, yeah,
totally
they
counts.
do.
What are you talking about?
Absolutely. I have
Okay.
ribs a lot, or at least I did, because my dad would cook them. So probably not gonna.
I don't know. I
happen.
feel like those are still like kind of like easy and shit. It's not like
What? They're not. I mean, like sometimes they are like super fall off the bone, and they are. But if it's like leftovers and it's cold and you don't really feel like microwaving it, it's a challenge.
Or you're my dad and you accidentally burn it all the time.
Or
That ain't
that I
falling off.
haven't had
Yeah.
burnt. Yeah.
I don't know. Like,
The only reason it fell off the bone was because it was ashes.
okay, I guess that's just like maybe like the stuff I eat because like I know for like a lot of Indian food because we like curry everything.
Yeah.
Like
then-
if we have it with like crab or something, like you have to like
Crab.
bite it and suck out the juices.
Crab, I
then-
can't do shellfish.
And then for like something like lamb, because it's chopped up and like the bones are still there. Like you have to like eat it and like suck the meat and stuff out. Like
I don't know how many times. Like I could probably count on my hands how many times I've actually had crab, and I have never had it to a degree where the flavor was anything particularly special to me.
Like it's definitely not worth the work that you have to put in. My dad loves crab, he swears by it.
Yeah, so does mine. So it's I don't know what it is. Like, is there anybody our age that like just can't get enough of crab, or is that just kind of like a folky thing?
And
You
like
know, like-
honestly, I could still do imitation crab. Imitation crab, like I don't necessarily think I grew up on it, but like all the sushi we made at home, like homemade sushi, all imitation crab. And a lot of sushi restaurants have imitation crab anyway, so it doesn't really matter to me.
I haven't really had imitation crab. I said it's just like the inside, the meat.
Yeah,
But,
I
like-
mean, it's like a slab of it, and then it's like one side is colored pink, just like it. It's fun. It tastes good. Like I'm pretty sure it's like a fish cake or something.
Yeah, it sounds like spam or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
Not
like,
even
typically,
spam is
like-
a lot saltier.
Like I like the meat of crab, but like I usually like it when you like have to bite it out and like when it's cooked in like coconut milk and like curry like stuff.
When it's like,
I
yeah,
mean, I
Like,
will say
Because I don't eat like regular crabs. Like when you go to like a crab feed or something like that, that's something I don't even touch.
that's
you
the
know,
only
like
time I've ever had crab is at an all-you-can-eat buffet. I'm pretty sure that's
So,
not
like-
the best experience for crab, but that's the
I don't
only
know.
experience I've had.
my parents typically go to because there's like an Asian association nearby That's such a weird grouping of words. Asian Association. Asian Association. There's one nearby, and they always go to like one of the crab feeds and stuff, and it's just a pile of crab legs and all that stuff, and they
Yeah.
can't, and I can't
Is
do
there
that.
like a little sides of butter,
Oh
melted
yeah,
butter
I'm
or
sure.
something?
I'm sure.
That's another reason why I can't do it. I mean,
Oh yeah.
it's real
Yeah.
butter. It's not
Yeah.
fake butter, but like what else do people put on crab besides butter? That's how they
Did you
advertise
do
it in the
tartar
commercials.
sauce?
The fuck? It's crab
It's
with
that
tartar sauce.
I don't
it's
know.
that like
Like
it's a white sauce. Yeah, I know what you're talking about, but I'm not sure what's in it.
it looks creamy, so
It
I don't know.
does. That's why I'm thinking
I
no.
think tartar sauce is a bit too like thick and kind of like
I don't know if I've ever had it.
I like tartar sauce. Like in because
no, like for crab, like specifically. Like I love it with
yeah,
fish.
I don't
Yeah.
know. Yeah, I have no idea. Yeah,
Um,
fish, it's good.
Like what else would you? Oh, I
like I
guess
feel like the crab meat is too delicate to hold the tartar sauce, whereas fish meat is a little bit more firm. You know?
I think the only time I've ever had it might have been at like a Long John Silver's where you've got fried fish and you just dip it.
Long John
But, like,
Silver's doesn't count as fish, dude. That thing, like, holy shit. My mom loves Long John Silver's. It is those fish are
Okay.
fucking salt cakes. Like
Okay. The only thing that I enjoyed really at Long John Silver's was their like little the
hush puppies.
the bread. Yeah, the hush puppies.
Oh hell yeah, dude.
They're so good, but if you eat more than like 2 or 3, you're like, oh no, I can't have any more.
Wait,
Ugh.
you know what? A counterpoint to what I've everything I've been saying. Have you guys been to the Boiling Crab at all?
No.
Okay, it's like it's not all you can eat, but it's you eat it family style, and they give you bibs, they give you like gloves and stuff. It's that
Oh.
messy. They bring it out to you in
That's like an experience.
in buckets with bags of stuff in it. And that shit is good. Like it is seasoned to perfection.
Oh,
That
wow.
is some high quality stuff. It's expensive. Thankfully,
Of
I didn't
course.
pay for it.
Yeah.
But weirdly, the best thing they have is the corn because it's in a bag, but it has all the juices and spices from everything else, and you just dip it in there, and it is just like a flavor magnet. You bite in, and it's got all of the juices you need.
Okay. Long John Silver's used to always used to have corn like that.
Yeah.
They would have it like in the bags and stuff, and it was just like
Uh-huh.
the butter, like you
Oh,
taste it
yeah.
all.
Oh yeah.
But I feel like Long John Silver's has kind of gone down in quality. Like it's I think like a lot of like the less popular chains have just had to like cut costs and just like
I haven't been
Like-
to one in so long. I
I
can't
haven't
even
been to one
remember the last
in
time.
years. I feel
Yeah.
like I
Did they
the
close
last
down?
time I went was grade school. Like
For real?
there's one by Stockton, I think.
is that in Old Sac?
Stockton Boulevard in
I
Sac.
think I haven't been to one since I lived in Florida.
Oh, okay.
So
I
like
mean,
high school.
like,
Yeah.
I know there's one in Old Sac, like near Trainers.
I think it's by Florin Road and Stockton Boulevard.
Okay.
Let me like it reminds me a little bit of like Burger King. How like that that franchise has kind of been going down in quality.
Has it been? You know what? I don't typically go, so I guess.
Is that why though? Like subconsciously, it's just not a good choice, so you just don't go.
No, it's just not near me to go.
Yeah. Burger King, in like the thought of Burger King always reminds me of the time I ate like a Whopper there and threw up. I cannot get that thought out of my mind. Also, Cheeto fries, Cheeto finger fries. Because-
okay, yeah.
Because I remember going there like one time with like Sean and maybe Calvin or was it you, Corey? I forget. And like
I don't
they
know.
had the Cheeto chicken fries
Oh
there, or
no,
fingers or whatever.
It was you, me. I think Alex was there. Sean, maybe.
Yeah.
Dang. I
Sean,
Yeah.
no, I know it was Sean because Sean was like, "Whoa, those look so good," and he was so disappointed.
No, because like I wanted to go there specifically for those. Like that was
Yeah.
my whole thing. and
I'm
we
sure
drove all the way
Sean
out.
got them
Was it
too.
that
Yeah,
or
both
like the mac and Cheetos?
No, the mac and Cheetos. You're right. Yeah, the
Was
mac
it
and
that?
Cheetos. Yeah, it was the mac and Cheetos.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Those were not the best.
God, that was just like, just imagine that being pulled off right. Just like a little fried nest for like mac
Yeah.
and cheese, and then you just like dust some cheese on top of that fried crust. That's what I was expecting. I didn't expect that soggy piece of bullshit. There's nothing in there. It's just like a remnant of mac and cheese. Like it went in there, I didn't like it, and just moved out.
Like the thing is, what you're imagining
Uh,
is like it's like they took that process but like mixed up the order. They put the mac and cheese, they put the stuff around it, they fried it, and then they dusted it, right? Then they froze it, sent it out, they refried it again
oh no.
with the dust on it, and then the oil sort of just like permeates the whole thing.
Uh,
No, it's like you fry it and then it sneezes. Pull it out, just like, oh god.
it it expires, so you get some like some of those reciprocator, whatever they're called. You just like bzz, give it a jump.
Like just imagine a used condom, except for the condom, it's just like friedness. I'm not even sure what's fried. It's probably the breading.
You
It's
just
like,
filled it with with melted cheese, right?
and
Is
then
that what you
instead
did?
of like jizz, it's like, you know, Kraft mac and cheese, like that shit. Like, you know when you have like a little bit too much milk, and then you just have that soup that doesn't taste good. That's what was there.
I know that very well because I had to make mac and cheese out of the box for my cousins a lot of the time because that's all like one of my cousins would eat was freaking instant mac and cheese. And you know, you just put in milk and butter and stuff, and sometimes you accidentally put too much milk, and then it's just wet noodles. It's wet noodle soup.
I can't like for my instant stuff, it's hard for me to do wet noodles anymore. Like ever since I went Indomie, like they do a more dry noodle situation. I haven't gone back. Like I don't do like the instant ramen and all that stuff. I have to do
What's Indomie?
Indomie. So like I forgot which one's which. I know the brand and the name of the flavor is something different, but like basically you boil the noodle, you strain it, and then it has like two different packets, and each packet is divided up. One is divided up into three, one is divided up into two. The one divided up into three is like an oil, two sauces that you mix together with the two separate powders. You mix all that together, you throw the noodles in, you mix that in. It's really good. Migo Rang is the flavor, and I think the brand is Indomie. It's an Indonesian noodle, and it's
Yeah.
like one of my favorite instant noodles.
Yeah, I think like people were like taste testing like the best like instant noodle, and like even like the ramen people are just like the Indomie's one's like the best. So
Oh yeah. Have you had it?
I heard good things about it, but I haven't tried it yet because
Once the world's done ending, we should definitely get some Indomie.
yeah, for real though. Like my mom's like so fucking like paranoid. She's like, you can't get anything. Like you can't order any takeout or anything like that.
Dang, bro, that sucks.
Dude,
Like you don't know what they're breathing on your food. I'm just like, Jesus, like I don't even have a comeback for that, so I'm not even gonna try.
Oh boy.
every time we bring food home, we have to like either wipe down all the stuff or like transfer it into different bowls and stuff. Like we brought home the fried chicken, right? And we all got drinks. And then I was like, well, I have this like the Clorox wipes. And I'm like, I'm wiping down this cup and I'm like, do I wipe down the top? Someone could have breathed on it. I could just pour this into another thing. And I just went, I don't want to think about this anymore. I just wiped the top of it. And then the best part, like in a bowl, my mom was like pouring out some of the gravy, right? And then she gets this next one. She just like I was doing something else, and I just hear ow, 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 and she was holding it, and she had already committed to pouring it in. So she was pouring it, and then like her fingers gave out and dropped the whole thing in the bowl of gravy. In the bowl of piping hot gravy. I mean, we still ate the gravy. We're not dead yet, so.
Yeah, for real. I mean,
if
like,
it's that hot, it's probably killed it.
Yeah,
so-
exactly. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I haven't had. Well, I mean, with the whole move and stuff, like we didn't have time or even a place to cook food anymore at one point or another. So we were just eating out the whole time we were moving. And like, I mean, I'm I'm not really as afraid of it as probably most people are. So we didn't really care we didn't like do anything special to like wipe off the containers. We just ate fast food, and I'm pretty sick of it actually. So it's been nice having a kitchen so that I can cook.
It's not hard to get sick of fast food, but it's easy to like get roped back in. You know what I mean?
Like
Yeah.
honestly, like I was driving. I had to go to Walmart real quick for like some groceries, and for some reason, like every other place was closed like hell early,
Mhm.
so that kind of sucked. And then like on my way out, I saw the McDonald's. I'm just like, you know what? Like I'm not that hungry and like for like regular food, but I really want McDonald's because of that special grease they have.
Yeah, yeah,
There you
yeah,
go.
yeah. It's the special flavor.
I
Like,
actually
and
fell for that.
It's so strange how consistent they are throughout. Like the one that Michael, you and I went to as kids near our grandparents' house,
Yeah.
tastes pretty much indistinguishable from any other. Like it's incredibly consistent in a way that I can't understand. I do not fathom.
I will say this: they mess up the fish fillet. Like
I've not had it.
that sandwich has gone downhill, and it's so disappointing because
I'm
that used to be
sorry.
one of their best. And then they're just like, you know what? What if we like reduce the fish? And it's like, well, it's already heavily breaded, and then like the bread's pretty big. Well, who cares? And then I take a bite, and there's like,
Oh hell yeah, bread sandwich.
Yeah, for real. I fell for it recently, actually. Like before everybody left, me and Daniel went somewhere, I forget where, but on the way back, there was McDonald's right off the exit, and I was like, I really want some fries right now. I don't know why. Oh,
Yeah.
and like when they're piping hot, McDonald's fries are top tier fries.
Yeah, you can't do better. Like
Yeah.
I have not run into a better, more consistent fry because like I rarely get the stale fries. Rarely.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
like, do you even like? I'm pretty sure they just make it fresh every single fucking time.
No, no, I've had the stale fries.
I mean, if you go late, you're liable to get
But-
some. But
I wasn't just there for the fries though. I also went there to get their like little apple pies.
hell yeah, yes, I was hoping you'd say that.
Yeah,
I love those,
it's
dude.
I don't even care if there's milk in them. I ate one and it was so good.
Oh, dude, do you remember the time when we were? I think us three were in a call, and I was back at the dorms, and I was like, "Man, I want to go
They
to."
forgot your apple pie, didn't they?
No, yeah, I looked in the app, and I'm like, "Oh shoot, there's a buy one get one for the apple pies. I'm going."
Yeah,
So I go, I get my regular order. I'm like, I'm getting apple pies, and I'm going all out. I'm getting the apple pies. I'm getting my Big Mac meal. You know what? I'm gonna spring. I don't have to do this. I shouldn't do this. I had a bad day. I'm springing for a nice strawberry sundae. I get back. I lay out my food. I'm about to watch something, and I'm like, yo, hold on. Bag. This bag is empty, and I haven't taken out my apple pies yet. There's napkins, but there's no apple pies.
the reason you went.
I was so upset. This is the one Karen moment that I have. I went through and filled out the freaking survey, and I was like, this is the whole reason I went to McDonald's. I didn't get the stupid, they didn't put them in there, and then it said, oh, would you like to go back and retrieve them? And I'm like,
Oh my gosh,
No.
that's
I'm not going back there. I just got back here. I'm so comfortable. I was about to watch something, and you
Oh, man.
ruined my whole night with this stuff.
That
Oh
is
my
like the time when I made a Yelp account just so that I could complain about teriyaki time when I had their ramen, which was I spent $6 on them giving me a top ramen with chives sprinkled on top and hot sauce. $6.
I mean,
Okay,
the
that's
noodles
not
might have
bad.
been top ramen, but how about that soup?
It wasn't soup, it was just boiled water. It was literally top ramen for $6.
That's fantastic. What a savage takedown of teriyaki time.
I had to freaking make that Yelp account just so I could at least warn other people not to get it.
I went there recently. I didn't get ramen. I don't like ramen. So I got the sesame chicken. I'm a sucker for a good sesame chicken. And it was all right. Like I enjoyed it. But it
Well,
had
I mean,
like
that's what it's.
this
That's what
this
it's, you're there
other
for that.
it had this other like salad stuff and like a
Yeah,
not a coleslaw, but like
Yeah.
something similar. It didn't.
it's like
it
an
wasn't good.
Asian. Yeah, it's like an Asian
sucks.
coleslaw.
Yeah.
It's. I mean, I like it better than the water. What is it called?
Then the water. It's all tap.
The cabbage. No, it's not even cabbage. It's just iceberg lettuce.
Uh-huh.
Because then they just pour the ranch on top, and then I always forget to ask them not to get the ranch. But I mean, that's what teriyaki time's for. It's just a lot of meat on top of a bed of rice.
I mean, if you want that, you could just go to L&L. Like,
True.
you get a higher tier experience.
But it's like right by Cards and Comics, which
Like,
is kind of
yeah.
like the thing for a lot of us. Like that's
Like,
the only reason we go there is because I'm going to Cards and Comics for whatever reason. I've got friends with me for whatever reason, and it's like
I don't know. They just sort of showed up near me. I'm going to teriyaki time. I guess it's that time. Oh, what you look at?
gonna have a teriyaki time.
Got some random friends, some backup friends. Let's go in there.
Yeah, like honestly, every time I've gone there, I've regretted it almost. Like
Dude,
it's
I understand convenience, but I feel like if I have this like mental budget of when to spend my fried chicken and my like breaded fried sort of chicken situation,
Yeah.
oh, that's definitely going to L&L. I'm not going to get to teriyaki time. I'll go to a different Japanese restaurant, like an actual one, and get a bento box with like sesame chicken and like
katsu.
yeah, and if I'm feeling specifically entitled, I'll go for the tempura, but usually I go for like a teriyaki chicken. Those are good. Like bento boxes are generally good, and then at an actual.
how much are they? Like, I've only gone to like more expensive restaurants for bento boxes, just because like
prepare
one
for
time-
to
What?
not be in your account anymore.
It's
What?
always gonna be at least $12.
Around there, in and
Okay.
around, especially if you're going at dinner.
Oh yeah.
You're also getting miso soup, which not a lot of people like. I enjoy it, like, but if my brother doesn't get one, I don't care enough about mine, so I just give it to him.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think like I went to downtown for like jury duty, and I got like the bento box there, which is good, but I got way too much food, and
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I
I
mean that's
spent like
it's
16,
more prepared.
$17 on it. So I'm like,
Oh boy. Not
That's because
necessary.
you're downtown, man.
Yeah.
yeah. So like, dude, that like really fucked up like my budget for that week. It's just like literally like every place is just like super expensive, and then I found like the cheaper places where I can get like a chicken sandwich for $9 and a burrito for like $7, which
That's not cheap. The burrito, that's cheap.
Yeah, that's a good
Chicken
one.
sandwich for $9, that is not cheap.
there, yes, because there's no fucking McDonald's or anything like that there.
Are there
I
any
wanna say-
food? Aren't there like food trucks around?
Yeah, but they only take
Food
cash.
trucks are expensive. Like they used to be the whole thing of like, oh yeah, we're mobile and we're cheaper, but now they're like more of a boutique sort of situation, and we're
Yeah,
like,
it's kind of like,
there's-
oh, look at our exclusive stuff. We've got a captive, hungry audience, bro.
yeah,
Like,
Yeah,
like
and,
I
like,
know.
you get
Two
anything with
tacos?
cheese on it, oof.
Yeah. Oh no. Mm-mm. I
Like,
mean, it doesn't
literally-
matter to me at this point. I don't do cheese anyways, but
Dude,
I
why
always
is
feel bad.
cheese $1? What is?
Why
How
is
does that
guac
make-
over $2?
I-
Because there's a shortage of avocados, but yeah.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
just like,
I'm sorry. I didn't know this was a quiz, Michael. I wasn't ready for an avocado facts quiz.
so that burrito I got in downtown, it was the super burrito. This is like the larger one, and that was $7, and it had guac included,
Whoa.
and it was huge. And they gave me a little side of nachos on the side, or
Where
like nacho
did you
chips
go?
on the
I
side.
need to
Side of
know.
nachos on the side.
I was just like, oh my god, like
That is value, dude.
I actually want to know where you went now.
That's magic.
it was right next to the place I got the $9 chicken sandwich. It's like this Mexican restaurant. Things like Alejandro
I would
or something.
assume-
God, that was the most descriptive you could possibly be. Wow, it's next to the place that I got the other thing. It's like a Mexican restaurant.
Hey, sometimes people get burritos at like what, Taco Bell, Super Burrito, like those ain't Mexican places.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, we should be
Wow.
watching 01.
We should. All right, so let's wrap this up. I don't know if we're gonna post this because we talked about a lot of landmarks near us, but do we care? Raise your hand if you
I don't
care.
know.
I don't know, like I don't
Like,
say anything
yeah.
about my address.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah,
It's true. Yeah.
we're posting this then. You're seeing this. I'm here. They're here. This is a good time. I don't know what I'm titling this episode, but we like food and we're talking about it. I'm glad we brought this series back. Guys, thanks for watching. If you like this episode, hit that like button and subscribe if you want to hear us each week. Tell us in the comments down below. Well, we didn't really have a topic. Just tell us what you thought about food. You didn't eat anything. We didn't eat anything. Guys, thanks for watching. Keep it juicy.
See?
Keep it juicy.
No, juicy is
Keep it chewy. Come on.
juicy is still a food thing. That can be applied here. You don't have to change it. It has cool meaning. Like a steak can be juicy.
Keep it chewy.